Have you ever thought, why don't they just leave? The truth is, leaving is the most dangerous time. If you love someone stuck in abuse, this video will show you exactly how to help them build a safe plan to escape. Welcome back to Loving Someone Through Abuse, where we equip friends and family with the tools to support a loved one who is trapped in a toxic relationship. I'm Lizzie, and today's episode is one of the most important in the series, helping them leave, how to support a safe exit plan. Supporting someone in leaving an abusive relationship is not as simple as making a plan and walking away. The truth is, it's a process. On average, a victim may attempt to leave up to 7 times before making a final break. I know this firsthand. I left 5 times before it finally stuck. At the time, I didn't understand what I was experiencing. Some people just whispered that I needed to leave. Others told me to stay, saying that's what God would want. But what I really needed was a support system that knew how to support me without judgment. I didn't have money to leave. I felt guilty for separating my kids from their dad, and I didn't have a safety plan. If I had, maybe the threats of violence wouldn't have escalated the way they did. And there's more. Victims are often in emotional and mental survival mode. They may not be able to search online safely, especially if their partner monitors their devices. Even something as simple as a book can be dangerous. Once gave me a book on emotional abuse, and I hid it in my house. Of course, he found it, and I paid the price emotionally for having it. These are the reasons I am so passionate about speaking to you, the supporters, because sometimes the person in the abuse can't access help themselves. I've lived it, and I've seen what happens when people don't know how to help. Like the time my friend reached out to me one night and asked me to pray for her because she sensed her husband knew something was going on. The next day, I found out he had killed her and then took his own life. All I said when she asked for prayer was, "Thanks for keeping me in the loop. I'll be praying for you." I had no idea how serious it was. If someone you love is trying to leave or thinking about leaving an emotionally abusive relationship, your support could be the very thing that saves their lives. So let's talk about how to help them make a safe, smart exit with wisdom, caution, and deep compassion. Okay, so let's dive into what a strong exit plan looks like and how your support can make a life-changing difference in their safety. Okay, we want to do safety first. Encourage your loved one to identify a safe place they can go to, a friend's house, a shelter, or even a hotel. Help them memorize or keep accessible a domestic violence hotline numbers, which I will have some numbers down below in the comments. These numbers can be a lifeline in a crisis. Essential documents. Assist them in gathering or copying important items like their ID, birth certificates, social security cards, bank information, and any custody or legal documents. If they have them, that's actually an extra bonus. Recommend hiding them in a secure location, but I would suggest they give them to someone they trust. This simple step can prevent panic during a sudden departure. Money and transportation. If you're in a position to help offer a gas card, a ride, or assist them in saving a small emergency fund, encouraging them to open a private bank account or hide some emergency cash can go a long way. Looking back in my own situation, if I had stashed even a small amount of money, it would have given me the confidence I needed to have left sooner. I felt stuck and financially powerless. That's something we can help prevent for others. Phone and technology safety. Recommend creating a secondary email or using a device like Google Voice. If possible, a prepaid or disposable phone hidden away can be a backup plan. When I was preparing to leave my husband, he disconnected the phone, but I had remembered I had a friend who gave me or loaned me one of her old cell phones so that I could call 911. But the moment I tried to grab it and run to the bathroom, he was faster and stronger than me. That moment still haunts me. Encourage them to regularly clear their browsing history and turn off any location sharing features. Support team, which is you. Let them know they're not alone. Be part of their trusted support circle. Ask simple but vital questions like, if you needed to leave in a hurry, who else could you call? What can I do right now to help you feel more prepared? Even just being that one consistent, safe person can be the anchor they need to take the next step. While you may want to rush in and fix everything, remember, first, don't confront the abuser. Next, don't share their plans with others unless they give you permission, because you may not be sure if they are friends with the abuser. Next, don't judge their timeline. Again, remember, it's not just about packing a bag and walking out the door. Your role is to be a lifeline, not a rescuer. Let them lead their exit plan. You're just helping them build the bridge. Before my friend was killed by her husband, she would often say, if I ever leave, I'll take this or that with me. But the moment her words shifted from if to when I leave, I missed the warning. That change in language was a clear sign that the emotional abuse had escalated to a dangerous level. When someone begins saying when they'll leave instead of if, it's often a signal that they're approaching their breaking point. That's a moment to lean in, listen closely, and take even more intentional steps to support them, because their safety may depend on it. Thankfully, there are some wonderful, powerful tools and organizations designed to help victims plan their exit and stay safe. You have the National Domestic Violence Hotline, which is 800-799-SAFE. The hotline.org for safety planning tools, local shelters and domestic violence advocacy center. Aspire News app for discreet help is also a wonderful tool. We will link these helpful tool guides and resources in the description below. I had some wonderful support toward the end of my first marriage, people who offered wisdom, insight, and encouragement. But looking back, I wish I had known more of the steps I could have taken before things reached the breaking point. I often tell women I don't have life insurance because I think I'm going to die tomorrow. I have it to protect those I love. And when you're in a relationship full of highs and lows or red flags that leave you questioning your safety, it's wise to err on the side of caution. If you never need the plan, you prepare. That's a beautiful gift. But if you do, you'll be grateful you had it. It's a win-win. If this episode gave you insight into how to support someone planning a safe exit from abuse, please like it and share it and subscribe for more episodes in this series. What's one thing you didn't realize about helping someone leave an abusive relationship? Or if you've been there, what helped you most, or what do you wish someone had offered at the time? And remember, you can't save them, but you can walk beside them. We'll see you in the next episode. Thank you.